Play ball. Hey, boys and girls, it's Miss Infrera. I'm back for another read aloud, and I have a new Cam Jansen book for you. And try to predict where is it going to take place and what's involved in the story. Well, let's see. Check out my hat. I'm sporting my Phillies hat, and I've got my Phillies shirt on, and I'm at the park. Yes, boys and girls, these children will be at the park in this story. And this story is called Young Cam Jansen and the Baseball Mystery. I thought this would be perfect because really, baseball season should have started already. This past weekend, it should have been the Phillies home game opener, but I'm really sad because everything's pushed back. So hopefully sooner rather than later, we'll get to some Phillies games. But in the meantime, we're going to use our imaginations and we are going to visualize the beginning of this story. So again, with the beginning of the story, I'm not going to be showing you the pictures. I'll show you the pictures tomorrow. So let's close our eyes and visualize the beginning of this story, Young Cam Jansen and the Baseball Mystery. I can't wait. Chapter 1, Play Ball. Watch out, Cam Jansen called to her friend Eric Shelton. Why? Eric asked. They were walking in a park. Splash! Eric stepped into a puddle. That's why, Cam told him. The park was crowded. People were sitting on benches. Nobody's on the bench right here near me. I must be in a quiet part of the park. Some were reading, some were talking, some were resting. Children were riding bikes and flying kites. Watch out, Cam said again. Eric looked down. He wasn't about to step in another puddle. Why? Eric asked. Just then, a red ball flew by. It almost hit him. That's why, Cam told Eric. Watch out, Cam said a third time. A dog was playing catch with an old man. The dog almost ran into Eric. He's not having any luck today, is he? It ran to the red ball, then it picked it up, and then it picked up the ball in its teeth and ran back with it. Eric was careful. He watched where he walked. He watched the kites and he watched the children riding bicycles. Cam and Eric walked to the edge of the baseball field. There's Robert, Cam said. She pointed. And there's Rachel. Robert and Rachel were on the baseball field. Some of Cam and Eric's other friends were there too. Cam and Eric hurried over. I'm glad you're here, Robert told them. I brought a bat. And I brought a ball, Rachel said. But we still don't have enough players. Robert said, a lot of people told me they would come. I had a list of them all, but I left it at school. I saw the list, Cam said. She closed her eyes and said, click. Cam always closes her eyes and says click when she wants to remember something. Cam has an amazing memory. My memory is like a camera, she said. I have a picture in my head of everything I've seen. Click is the sound my camera makes. Cam's eyes were still closed. I'm looking at the list, she said. Then she opened her eyes. Jane, Annie, and Evan were on the list. They're not here. Cam's real name is Jennifer, but because of her great memory, people started to call her the camera. Then the camera just became Cam. Cam, Eric, and their friends waited. Then Jane, Annie, and Evan all came at the same time. Robert and Rachel divided everyone into 2 teams. Then Robert called out, play ball. All right, boys and girls, here's the fun part. I hope you all had the chance to visualize and picture it in your head. I love how some of you sent me pictures of the drawings that you made last week when we were reading Young Cam Jansen and the Library Mystery. So you can do the same thing again today. You can close your eyes, visualize the story. You can rewatch this video to help you remember and draw your pictures and send them to me again. I would love to see them. The next thing I would like for you to do is predict what you think the problem's going to be in the story. In all of the Cam Jansen books that we've read, there's been a problem and then the problem was solved. So try to predict what you think the problem will be in this book. The third and final thing that I want you to do, and this is something a little bit different, I want you to try to sort some of these characters. We have some characters that are familiar to us in this book. We've seen them in other young Cam Jansen books. But there's also some new characters that we haven't seen yet in any of the Cam Jansen books. So we want to sort these characters into two different lists, a list of the characters that are new to us and a list of characters that are familiar to us. You can just write them down on paper, or you can also type them and send them to me on Blooms in the comments below. Or you can even use some of the Post-its that I gave you before the school closed. You can use your Post-its and stick them on your table, and maybe on the left side you can put the characters that are new to you, and then on the right side put Post-its of the characters' names that are not familiar and they're new to you. New characters and familiar characters. All right, I'm going to give you a list of the characters that were in this book. The characters' names were Cam, Eric, Robert, Rachel, Jane, Annie, and Evan. There were 7 characters in this story. So sort them into the new characters and also those that are familiar. You knew them already. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you have an amazing day. If it's nice outside, please enjoy some of that fresh air. And remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and rock on. See you tomorrow. Bye.